Okay, so it's Christmas season, and nothing better than to start this Christmas season talking about Kindle publishing, talking about the budget that you should have if you are starting out, if you are thinking about starting this business by 2019. So I'm going to talk about budget, how much money you should actually have in your pocket before you get into Kindle publishing, and what you should expect. So let's get rolling with this video. Hi there, this is Journal Alexo, and if you still haven't liked this video, just go right below, click on that like button. Let's say that will be my Christmas present if you click on that like button, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can receive my weekly video updates where I share with you plenty of tips related to Kindle publishing and several ways for you to make a shit ton of money online. And let's get started, let's get hot with this video. So today I'm going to talk about budget. If you have the idea of getting started with this business, what is the budget you should have to get started? And by the way, I know that the lighting today sucks on my video camera. The lighting kind of sucks. It seems like I'm talking to you from heaven, but it's not heaven. And yeah, let's go over here to the whiteboard first. Anyway, some people actually have comments in my previous videos about what exactly is this background over here, this white background. This is not my bed sheet. This is not my bed sheet. This is just a white canvas because the background in my house completely sucks. So I had to kind of improvise. And this is just a blank canvas. So let's talk about budget. If you have intentions of getting started with this business, what is the amount of money you should expect before you get your hands dirty? And I mean, you can start with less, but I would say that the minimum amount of money that I would start nowadays, if I could go back, I would start with at least $2,000 has a budget. Of course, you can start with a bit less. You can start with about $1,500. You can start with a bit less. But I recommend, if you want to get started with this, if you want to get serious about this business, put apart at least $2,000 because it will simply make the whole process a lot easier, which I'm about to explain to you throughout this video. And let's talk about where you should actually put this money when it comes to your investment. And I'm also going to explain the reason why you should have this budget when it comes to Amazon. I'm going to explain it exactly in detail. So the first thing I recommend for you to use this money is to get a course, okay? A good damn video course. And I'm talking about, of course, I'm talking about non-fiction. I don't do any kind of fiction books. I just publish non-fiction books. Why? Well, they told me when I started this business that fiction wasn't very profitable, and I just didn't get into fiction. Now, the problem about fiction, there's several problems about fiction. And the first one is people who read fiction books, they like to read a shit ton of pages. I mean, they like to read really books that have a lot of content. What happens is you need to provide books with more content. And the more content that your books have, the more you actually need to pay someone to get that book done. Because the way that I do this business is I just see the titles that are actually profitable or keywords that are profitable inside of Amazon. And once I discover the really profitable keywords, I go to a ghostwriter company and I order my books from that company. And the pricing of the books depends on the number of words a book has. So the more words a book has, the more costly it is. And if you want to get into fiction, then you simply can't get into it with small short books because people who read fiction books, they like to read. And then there are several other issues when it comes to fiction. So To make things easier, just get to nonfiction. See this as a business and not something that you don't need to exactly be really passionate about this business. A business is meant to make money for you, so you can be free to do whatever you want. So you can be free to go to a beach, drink mojitos or whatever you want to drink. That is why you have a business, to make money for you. You don't need to exactly be passionate about it. What you need to do is publish books that people want, that people need, that people are passionate about. Because a business is about providing services, products that other people want. Okay, so get a course for this. And the reason you should get a course for this is because if you went out and you just try to do it through trial and error, it might seem initially that you save a lot of money, but you end up wasting a lot more money because you don't know what the shit you are doing. And if you don't know what you are doing, then what happens is you will publish books under keywords that are unprofitable, you don't know what you are doing, and you end up wasting far more time than you should with this Kindle publishing business, and you eventually will even waste far more money because your books simply don't make any kind of money. So the course I suggest is this one, My Self-Publishing Blueprint. This is the course that I suggest nowadays. It is perhaps one of the best courses out there when it comes to nonfiction nowadays. It is a course that comes with updated content, and this course has, as you can see, a lot of proven results from students showing their dashboards of doing a lot of money. In this case, this is CreateSpace, which nowadays you don't actually use, another dashboard. So there's a lot of an example. I actually did a review about this course a while ago, and this is the course I suggest nowadays. This course is about $488. So let's say that it's $500 for this course. It's a bit less, as you saw, but I recommend for you to get a course for this. I don't recommend for you to go through trial and error. And even if you decide, okay, I don't want to spend money in a course, I just want to get free content, the problem is there's a lot of people providing bad free content when it comes to Kindle publishing. And of course, in any kind of niche when it comes to making money online, there's always a lot of garbage when it comes to content. So it's easier for you to just go to the spot where you can find effective strategies to make money with your Kindle publishing business. And this is the course that I suggest for you to get. I'm going to leave actually a link right below so you can check out this course. And I suggest for you to get my freebie, my free book. I'm going to also leave a link right below. This is a free book for Kindle publishing, explaining how you can publish a book that will make you $300 to $800 or even more. Okay. Now, $500 goes immediately over here, and this will probably take you 2 weeks, 3 weeks for you to study this course. I recommend for you to rewatch this video several times until you really grasp the ideas of this course. So depending on the time that you have at hand, because probably you need to go to work or whatever you need to do, it probably will take you 2 weeks to watch this course. Okay, 2 weeks. This is terrible. This is this is terrible. Okay, it's hard for me to write over here. It's hard for me to write. Okay, so this is the course that I suggest for you to get. Now, once you know what you need to do, once you have a good idea of the steps that you need to take with your Kindle publishing business, what you need to do, order books. That is the most important part, ordering books. So you need to go to a ghostwriter company. The company that I use is eWriter Solutions. That is the company that I like to use. They provide a good content, especially when you are kind of demanding, because if you go over there and just ask them to do some random book, they don't put much effort into it. But if you're specific about the type of book that you want, they will do a good work when it comes to that book. So to get started, you can go for 1 to 2 books. I suggest at least 2 books to get started, okay? Don't suggest more than 2 books, because even with the course, even if you get the instructions over here calmly, there are still a few things that you will do wrong. You probably will publish books under keywords that simply aren't profitable, and so on. So what I suggest is for you to publish 2 books in different keywords. It can even be in different niches, okay? For example, it can be a book in the fitness and weight loss niche, and it can be another book in the make money online niche. So it can be in 2 different niches, in 2 different keywords. And of course, this may sound a bit confusing at this point, but if you get this course, then everything just will make more sense. So I suggest for you to publish 2 books in different keywords, because this way you can see which is the niche that will work better for you, okay? If you publish 2 books in the same niche, probably both books won't work well, or in other words, won't make money for you. And this way you can test 2 different niches and see the keywords that will actually do money for you. I don't suggest for you to publish more books, because if you publish more books, of course you will get more results, but if all of those books fail, you also lose more money. But with 2 books, you immediately get an idea of what you need to do, all of the steps that you need to take when it comes to publishing your books, and also it gives you some decent results. For each book, you probably will waste about $220. So this is times 2 equal to $440 for these 2 books, okay? So you should publish only 2 books, and then what you need to do is get reviews for this book, okay? So you need to get someone from Upwork. This is what we call a VA, or virtual assistant. This is a dude that will do review swappings, or in other words, he will basically get reviews for your book. Yeah, some people say it's scammy, it's dirty, it's ugly, it's whatever, but let's be real over here. If you want to make any money anytime soon, this is the easiest way for you to get started. Once you are doing a decent amount of money with your Kindle publishing business, let's say $2,000, $3,000, if you want to build an email listing, get some subscribers, ask them to leave reviews for your book, do so. But at least at that point, you are already doing some money with your Kindle publishing business. When you are starting out, keep it simple. Be simple. Your work is to publish books. That is what you are supposed to do. When it comes to reviews, nowadays I get about 45 reviews to 50 reviews. It really depends on the keyword that I'm talking about. So this is about, for each one, I'm not sure now how much I pay, but it's about $110. Okay, so plus 2, because this is 2 books, so this is about $220. Okay, over here. And so this is $660 plus $160 over here. Okay, just with this, with ordering books, getting the course, with the VA, this is $1,160. You really need to have the mindset of investing money. Okay, a lot of people immediately say, oh, this is a lot of money, I'm going to lose all of my money. Well, then you're not made for you. You're not made to actually build businesses. You need to see this as an investment. That you will actually recover your money eventually. And that this is a business that can actually do you a pretty decent money. Now, you still have like $840 left, okay? $840 left. Now, once you publish 2 books, you did the review process, which is explained inside of this course. You have the reviews done. what I suggest for you to use is AMS, or advertisement services, or whatever they call that shit nowadays. Okay, I think actually they changed this name. It's now Amazon advertisement. It doesn't matter. It's Amazon advertisement. It allows you to advertise your books and just spread your books throughout Amazon and make even more sales. Now, the reason why I suggest for you to save at least $840, there are two reasons for this. The last reason is because Amazon advertisement. This is kind of I would say it's kind of a pickle, because Amazon advertisement, the way that they work is you never know how much money you are going to waste with your advertisement. With 2 books, you probably are going to waste between, it really depends on the number of sales that you do. Because, of course, the more money that you do with your books, the more sales you do with your advertisement, the more you actually will pay, but also the more money you will do with your books. So this can go from $100 to even $300. It really depends. I need to give you here a really broad number, because it depends really on the number of sales that you do. Now, the biggest problem that you will have initially, and this is the reason why I suggest for you to start with this budget, the biggest problem that you will have with Amazon is with ROI, or in other words, with your return of investment. This is the biggest issue that you will initially run into, because yes, you can control the money over here with the books that you order, with the course that you get, and so on. This is a very specific number, but you never know the amount of money that you are going to waste with Amazon advertisement. As I already said, this is really a very broad number that I need to give to you over here, because it depends on the amount of money that you do, and it depends in how effective your campaigns are. The problem is with ROI. It takes you 60 days until you are able to see the return of your investment. And if you don't have enough money saved as your budget, what happens is you simply dry out. If you don't have any kind of money outside, if you don't have a job, or if your job is just not bringing in enough money for your Amazon business, then what happens is you probably run out of money, because it takes you 60 days to see the return of your investment. So basically, the money that you would do, for example, in December, you will only see that money by the end of February. Or let's actually do this differently. Let's say that you started this business in January, you started doing money in January, you will only see that money by the end of February. So it takes you 2 months until you are able to see the return of your investment. And once you see that money, you can once again put in that money that you got from Amazon and put into even more and more books, and so on. So this is the reason why I suggest for you to save this amount of money, so you don't dry out and you basically use all of the resources that you have when it comes to your budget, and then you just need to shut down your Amazon campaigns, and you don't do so much money that way. So that is something that you want to avoid to happen. So always have some money, has a budget. The other reason is, even if you don't use all of this money over here in your advertisement, let's say that one of your books does really, really well. You have one of these 2 books, it does really well, it's doing a lot of sales. What you want to do is do another book and publish it even inside of the same niche, or even inside of the same keyword. So that is what you want to do. When you see that a book is selling really, really well, what you want to do is do even more books with similar content or inside of the same niche, so you can even do more money. So this is the reason why I suggest for you to have this budget and also save this money in the end, so you can use it for advertisement, and in case if one of your books does really well, you can immediately go and order another book inside of the same niche or keyword and publish another book and do even more money. So this is basically what I recommend for you to do when it comes to budget and starting out your Kindle publishing business. Try to save to at least $2,000. If you, of course, if you have more money, even better. You can basically publish even more books immediately, and you can basically increase the whole process more because you have more money to play out. But minimally, this is what I recommend for you to do. $2,000, get the course, order 2 books, hire a good virtual assistant inside of Upwork, which I already explained in other videos. Once you have the review process done, which normally takes about 7 days, 8 days, it depends on the person that is doing this process for you. You just put the advertisement working over here, and then if you see after you see your results, see if your books are doing well. If you see that one of your books or even 2 of your books are doing well, you just order another book and save all of the rest for advertisement. And that is what I suggest for you to do. That is all for this video. I hope you enjoy. If you still haven't liked this video, go right below, click on that like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You have all of the links that you need right below in the description from this video, including to Self-Publishing Blueprint, and also for you to get my free book where I share with you amazing tips about Kindle publishing. That is all for now. Stay there, stay tuned with Jordan, Alexo, and bye.